Grimlock say you watching So Hungry Grimlock Sunday. You ask questions, me Grimlock give you
You are watching So Hungry's Soundwave Sunday. Operation Question and Answer. Initiate. Booyah. Stay down, Grimlock.
Hello Autobots and Decepticons, my name is So Hungry, and welcome to Lesson 101 of Soundwave Sunday! And I don't think that joke went as well as I planned it in my head. Anyways, it is Soundwave Sunday 101, and I'm excited to be here. An epic 100 last week. Thanks again for everybody that left their questions, and tons of you guys left questions this week, but we are going back to normal formula. And sadly, I will not be answering as many as I would like to, but keep the creative questions coming. There was lots of good ones that I just am not able to answer this week due to my usual 10 to 15 questions being answered during Soundwave Sunday for time reasons. Anyways, some general announcements beforehand. I started my new Transformers series. And a lot of you guys commented on it. You're saying, oh, the dialogue's terrible. Oh, the voice acting is just horrendous. And you know what? You're right. It is pretty bad. But give the game and me, mostly me, give me a chance to get you sucked into that game, because it's one of those bad games that for some reason you're not going to want to stop watching after a while. I don't know why. Even myself at first, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to make it through this. This is just terrible. The voice acting is just one of the worst voice acting experiences I've ever seen. The dialogue is beyond cheesy. But then after about, I don't know how many episodes it will be for you, but sometime during the playthrough I was like, alright, I'm into this. And the story is actually quite good after a while, in my opinion. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit, actually. And I was like, wow, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? So I encourage you guys to give it a chance. Regardless, also, check out Mario Kart. Mario Kart is amazing. Not enough of you guys give Nintendo love. Show Nintendo some love. They do stuff that other companies will not do because it is outside the box. And it's not like a violent, tear 'em up, shoot 'em up game. It's just an overall good time, fun game. And I feel like somewhere along the lines, gaming got out of hand where this like Grand Theft Auto or a different type of phase where everybody needed to be getting destroyed or getting killed kind of became the popular and the norm. And you know what? Personally, me, I don't like games like Grand Theft Auto too much, or like a Call of Duty. It's almost too real for me. I like cartoony stuff that's more fun and that it can take me away from real life problems. So. But that's just my opinion. That's my opinion on that stuff, and I'm getting really, really sidetracked, almost going on a mini rant, so I'm going to evade doing that. And I definitely recommend checking out Mario Kart, because I'm not going to post a ton of videos on Mario Kart. I'm going to do more live streams on Mario Kart if I have the time in the future, because it's a great live stream game. You can sit down, play a bunch of online races, and you can have a lot of fun, or you can become very frustrated with all the 7th place finishes that you receive. Anyways, let's get this Soundwave Sunday started. I think that is all the general announcements that I can think of right now. If I think of some during the episode, I will fill you in, of course. So, big thanks again for everybody that gave me a question during Soundwave Sunday 100. Huge thanks to Transformers Universe. You guys are amazing, and I cannot wait for your game. Very, very exciting times to be a Transformers fan this month, especially with the new movie coming out, new Rise of the Dark Spark, and then soon to be Transformers Universe. Alright, anyways, our first question comes from the Shockwave 48. Hey Mungry, what is the best component, story, characters, etc. of a game to you? Shockwave Sunday, number 101. And let the Dalmatians come in. Yes, let them come in. Let them come in. Oh, okay. I stretched it on that one. Anyways, the best component for me is definitely the gameplay. That's why I really enjoy a lot of Super Nintendo games and rank them among my top favorites ever. The gameplay was the major focus back then. Not the graphics, not the over-exaggerated story or the dragged on QuickTime events or anything like that. But definitely the gameplay. The gameplay has got to be number one, and it should be. I hate when people are like, whoa, but look at the graphics, look at the graphics. Graphics are the least important thing to me in any video games. Least. I can't think of a less important thing to me that other than the graphics. Like, this overall, easily gameplay. Characters, I can, you know, I can deal with different characters here and there, but if the gameplay for the characters aren't good, I don't really care. And story's, it's a big part of gaming, but not like huge for me. I still want to have more of a gaming experience versus a movie experience when I sit down to play video games. Our next question comes from Mad Fox. Hey Mungrytron, congrats on the epic video. And how do you feel about the humans creating Galvatron and Transformers Age of Extinction? Soundwave Sunday, number 101. And I didn't know that until a ton of you guys left a whole bunch of spoilers on my channel. Thanks, by the way. But that's what I heard. And humans always got to be in the party, don't they? They always do. The one thing that I always enjoyed about the Transformers is you got to learn and kind of relate to each of the Transformers because they could talk and they had their own personality. And you never needed a human in a Transformers show. Sure, there was some here and there, but it wasn't the primary focus of the entire series. Humans were the last of the focus. And then Michael Bay comes around and makes them the vocal point. So I don't feel good about it, but in all honesty, I've learned to relax over time, and I know it's Michael Bay's imagination on the Transformers, and I know we're not going to always get what we want relating to what it was to us in the past. So I've learned to kind of just let it be and enjoy somebody else's creativity to the max, if that makes any sense. Our next question comes from TFFOC Dinobots. Hey Mungry, will you still accept people to give you video questions? I think it would be a great idea for the new season. Soundwave Sunday, number 101. Yes, I will. Okay, I'm going to lay down the guidelines right now though for it. It has to be a video question. It cannot just be audio. It has to be a video question if you're going to send it in. And it has to get to me by Thursday so that I can work it in. It has to be by Thursday to work it in, and there is no guarantee that it will be in the next Soundwave Sunday. If I don't like your question, I just don't like your question, or if I don't think it fits in the next Soundwave Sunday, it just doesn't fit in. So those are the guidelines, and it has to come to me in a PM on YouTube, or you can also tweet it at me at SoMungry at Twitter, and like leave the subject line Soundwave Sunday episode, whatever it was. Well, sorry about that. I had a weird burp yawn going at the same time there. The old burp yawn! Classic. Our next question comes from Element Dragon Link. Mungry, this was probably the longest Soundwave Sunday ever. This one right now? Nah. How long did it take for you to edit? Also, that hat is way too small. Yeah, I know. P.S. Shoes. Yes, it was a very long Soundwave Sunday. In overall time, it took me to create the video, the video, probably 3 days total as in hours wise, and it was a lot of work. I didn't get any sleep the night before. I had rendering issues. I kept trying to render it out different formats, different ways. I started making up my own with high quality end because I couldn't find a good tutorial at the end, and eventually it just finally rendered it out because it was such a ridiculously long video with all these different videos and stuff in it. But I would say it took 3 days for the whole entire video. I don't know exactly how long it took to edit, and that was for Soundwave Sunday 100, not this one, of course. Our next question comes from Xavier Horn. Yes! Yes! Feels good to say that, actually. I don't know why, but it feels real good. Our next question comes from the Explosive Gamer 100. If you were to move to another country outside the USA, where would you go and what city? Soundwave Sunday, number 100. A lot of numbers in there. A lot of hashtag-a-rooskies. And you know what? I'd go to a land down under. I don't think that's relating to where I would go, but Australia. It is a land down under, right? Yeah. I would pick Australia. I've never been there. I don't know if I'd like it there, but it sounds like a cool place to go. And they have kangaroos. One of my dreams has always been to ride in a kangaroo pouch. So that would work out perfect. And I know there's a city there named Sydney, so why not Sydney? Our next question comes from Mega Star Screamer. How much does that hat weigh? I would say at least 3 Kiriks. At least. Our next question comes from Muhammad Ilis Zurai. Hey Mungry, what is your feeling when we ask you a question? Are you happy or not? I know it's kind of a hard job, but do you love doing this series? Soundwave Sunday number 101. Yes and no for the love doing this series, because I want to answer more questions, but I don't have the time. And I shouldn't say I don't have the time. It's just that if you make a video usually over like 20 minutes long, a lot of people don't like to watch it. And also, I want to kind of keep it short and make every question that I answer special, so I can't answer everyone's question all the time. Otherwise, I would be giving you answers like yes, no, maybe, pink. Yep, the pink socks. Yeah, I like the pink one. See, I don't want to be monotone or droll for you guys on that. So, I can't answer every question. So, yes and no for do I love doing this series. And am I happy or not? I'm usually pretty happy. And what is the feeling that I get when you... Sometimes I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But other times I'm like, oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. I can put that one in there. Yeah, so I can squeeze it in there. Yeah, great question. So, yeah, I like doing the series overall. I might take a break or two eventually in the future because the series is a little bit, I guess, more scheduled based than any other one I do. And sometimes I like to do other stuff on Soundwave Sundays, or on Sundays in general. Our next question comes from Gear Prime 197. Sup, Mungry? Awesome Soundwave Sunday number 100. You're my favorite YouTuber for now. Thanks, bro. For now. I will change that. I will change that. Soundwave Sunday 101. If you could be sucked into a video game and not be able to die, which one would it be? P.S. You should make your small hat a chip and dip hat. Booyah! That is an excellent idea. That hat is so small I could fit maybe 3 or 4 chips around it with some nacho cheese. Maybe. And that reminds me of those awesome, like, tortilla. Is it? No. Nacho hats you can buy with the nacho cheese all around it, and you actually just, like, eat from it. I always wanted one of those hats. I always thought that would be cool. If I ever do get one of those hats, I will record myself eating it. And you will suffer through every crunch, every slurp, every crumb with me. Yes. What video game would I jump into? Yoshi's Island or a Kirby game, because there are food levels that look delicious in there and I would like to take a bite. And knowing that I can't die, high risk, low reward, bro. But I guess high risk of obesity then. The struggle. The struggle is real. Our next question comes from Steven Skivington. Yo, Mungry, great 100th episode, by the way. So tell me, what do you think you'll be playing? TF Universe? More than Rise of the Darkspark? Soundwave Sunday, number 101. And yes, I will be playing. That is no questions about it. I will be playing TF Universe a lot more than Rise of the Darkspark. TF Universe is super fun and amazing. And that game is, even by the developers' standards, they hope for at least a 5-year life cycle out of that game. And that is just a game that there's going to be stuff to do over and over and over, and they're going to be constantly like giving you updates and stuff like that. It's not going to be kind of like the hit and run we are getting with Transformers Rise of the Darkspark, where you're getting the campaign and you're getting some escalation. Literally, that will last me, as far as making videos, it'll last me a good couple of months. But as far as entertainment value to me, maybe just like a month or two. In all honesty, I just don't know. It's a movie-based game. It's a in all honesty, I know a lot of you guys are hyped because you're Transformers fans, but let's be real. It's a movie-based game, and I would much rather play a great, fun game based on anything versus like. Okay, so let me give you this example. I don't know where I was going with that last statement. I love Transformers. I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but you don't see me playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows all the time, do you? You don't see me ever. I haven't touched that game since I finished the playthrough because it was basically just an Xbox Live Arcade game. It was a hit and run, you know. It was fun for the time being. Our next question comes from Mr. Butter CN. Now that you have reached 100 episodes, will Soundwave upgrade to Sound Blaster in the future? Soundwave Sunday 101. And a lot of you guys are always asking me to change like the title, but I'm going to keep it the same. Soundwave Sunday, because Soundwave was well thought of by me back in the day of being the mascot for this, because in G1 he would record things and then he would play it back. So basically I'm recording the questions you guys give to me, playing it back and adding my own answers to it. So it will always be Soundwave. As far as him getting an upgrade or anything like that, I can't draw cartoons. So unlikely, because the intros that I have will stay the intros that I have until somebody makes me a better cartoon intro that I really like. That's my overall thoughts on it. Our next question comes from Potato JN. You say potato, I say potato. Hey Mungry, this isn't exactly related to anything, but if you traveled back in time to a point in which you weren't born yet, would you disappear or just exist normally? Your thoughts. Soundwave Sunday 101. My thoughts on this are you would still exist because you are doing that in your present body, so it's part of your timeline. Simple enough, right? Time travel, easy to talk about. Easy. And our last question for Soundwave Sunday number 101, and also a giveaway winner picked by me for most creative question of the week. So you will also be receiving a prize, as well as everybody else I already announced during a weekday video. Those people included Breaking Hero 911, Randomosity HD, Sideswipe Animation, the Mr. TF Boy, the Transformers 333, Transform 47, Tech Knight, Turd Burglars 123, and you, Akamuru, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, 0123. Expect a PM, all you guys, from me sometime this upcoming week. And your question is, hey Mungings. Hey Mungings? Mungings? Hey Mungings! Yes, I've never had that one. I've never seen my name asked like that. So very creative on the name as well, and I wasn't able to even grasp it in my mind to pronounce it right. But your question is, if you could switch any two names, what would it be? For me, I would switch airplanes and bananas. The banana is taking lift off. Soundwave Sunday 101. I thought that was hilarious. And the crazy, hyped up lunatic So Mungry would say poo and food. So are you going to eat the rest of your poo? Are you? Are you going to eat it? And ooh, that was some delicious poo. But I thought about it a little bit more in depth, and the creative side of me said I would flip around the word her and TV, because I would like you to turn her on. A booyah! I hope you guys all enjoyed this Soundwave Sunday. Don't forget to leave your questions in the comments below. If you decide to do a video question, it must be in before Thursday, remember that. And have a great, grand, beautiful 101 Soundwaves flying in your face Sunday. Oh yeah.